best case scenario, you get like Bo Nix kind of a result. And that result's not exactly common. Most often, you end up being what the Browns were in 2023 and in 2024. Or, maybe if you get lucky, you can recruit some veterans. You can be Pittsburgh, right? Like that's ultimately what that theory usually results in, is that kind of a result. Don't know why it is. And you know what's fascinating about this, Cole and Curtis? It's like a cartoon, bro. Like we always find ourselves arguing with these same people on the internet because it is the exact same people who wanted to take a quarterback at 2 last year when the draft class obviously was bad enough to where you should not have took a quarterback at 2, especially after Cam Ward went number 1, which I don't think he was a top 5 pick, but enough people did, right? So this is like, isn't this fascinating how we're arguing with the people who desperately wanted to take Shedeur Sanders number 2 overall?
I'm not taking those people seriously at all.
Just want to point out, you're usually not supposed to evaluate draft classes until like a couple years out. Right. But I think it's fair to say not taking Shedeur Sanders with the 2nd overall pick was absolutely the correct decision, by the way. I just think it's we should probably point that out.
Yeah, I think it's like maybe you can make the argument because Cam Ward's team is so bad around him and he does put some highlight throws together. People are telling themselves like that could be the number 1 pick or he could have that kind of result. I'm waiting to see, right? Because I've seen situations like that before where it doesn't really pan out. But yeah, I think when you look at last year's draft class, I think what you can say definitively is that there was no early 1st-round pick in that draft class. I'm about to say a sentence that proves that draft class wasn't good. And this sentence is 100% true and you can verify it. Tyler Shoug's the best quarterback in that class right now.
Yeah, Tyler Shough is the best quarterback.
Undeniably so.
Yeah. And we may need to apologize to the Saints at some point because we clowned them for taking Tyler Shough.
Hey, no. No, nobody clowned the Saints for taking Tyler Shough more than Saints fans. Okay,
yeah,
that is very true
about not taking Shedeur, right? Like I saw somebody put up a tweet. I'm sorry for all the things I said. I'm sorry that I disrespected you, Mr. Show, and I wanted Shedeur Sanders, who threw 3 interceptions this last week. Like, and Saints fans were having a come to Jesus moment.
Did you hear the song? Did you hear the Tyler Shough song?
Who getting shucked tonight?
No, I'm not gonna do that. But
you didn't hear we're getting shucked tonight?
No, did not hear we're getting shucked tonight.
Oh, you're absolutely about to download this. Hold on. Oh yeah.
Be careful, Cole. The last time I said I was going to download a song, I got roasted by these kids for like 30 days. Okay.
What song was that? What song was that?
I was like, yeah, man, let me get the MP3. And they was like, what?
Oh, yeah. You're not supposed to say that.
Download the music?
You definitely aged yourself. with that one. Hold on. Putting it in the group chat. Please click on it and download it. Please. We need to hear it.
Let me age. You about to put a virus on my phone? Remember people was worried about that. Virus on my shit.
Oh, DJ Lagway transferred?
He entered the transfer portal.
Oh, he's in the...
Damn, son, where'd you find this? Evil Empire, laughing all the way to the bank.
Got a lot of tags in it.
They getting shucked tonight, we getting shucked tonight. They getting shucked tonight, we getting shucked tonight. They getting shucked tonight, they getting shucked tonight. She getting shucked tonight, they getting shucked tonight. All up in the dome, you getting shucked tonight. QB1 making every play look like. Knock them boys out, it ain't even a fight. Motion to the left, now you know he go right. Heard they won't smoke, well let's go with the fight. Then we get on top by the end of the night.
Is this gonna get better?
Who getting shucked tonight?
All right, man. We don't need to. Hey, look, no matter what the Browns do at quarterback, we don't need music for it. Okay.
Hey, shout out Bud, man. He actually heard it. He actually heard it. Like he actually heard the song and was singing it post game.
We don't need music if our quarterback emerges next year. I don't need to know what you go around Mendoza with. The only person I need to see make music about that is like Has Matthews, who's been doing it for a while. But yeah, oh my goodness. But yeah, like this class has been exactly what everybody said it was. I find it fascinating that people who wanted to take a quarterback into a legitimately bad year to take a quarterback in the top 5 have somehow found a way to convince themselves that Dante Moore and Fernando Mendoza are like infinitely worse prospects than what came out last year. And that to me is fascinating because like, how can you do that while watching those two play? Like, I think it's pretty obvious. Like, okay, these two are better prospects than what we had last year.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like they're saying, like I'm seeing Colorado fans say, "Oh, Fernando Mendoza won the Heisman with worse numbers." I'm like, man, watch the tape, bro.
Come on, man.
Watch the tape, man. He put up. Who cares, man? He was like, what are we doing? I'm like,
hey, can we do a thing? I need Colorado fans to hear me when I say this. Y'all need to understand that y'all play in the Big 12. Y'all do not play. And the Big 12 is not what the Big 12 used to be. Like
Nebraska would probably be one of the best teams in the Big 12. And like, I'm not even a Big 10 fan. Like, before y'all even get on this, right? Because I know that these other two cheer for Ohio State. I do not do that anymore. I be arguing with Ohio State fans all the fucking time. Big 10 is so much better than the fucking Big 12. Okay? Like, it's the Big 12 is probably, I mean, it goes back and forth between them and the ACC for the worst Big 4 conference, right? Like, it's usually between those two. ACC has like Florida State and Clemson, which when they're good, they could be of the elite tier. The Big 12 doesn't have anybody who could be elite anymore. Like that's the problem with the Big. Maybe Texas Tech because they got all that oil money down there. Maybe, but we'll see what they do in the playoffs. But yeah, it's like it's just not the same as the Big 10. There's no challenge like Oregon in the Big 12. There's no team like Ohio State in the Big 12. And Mendoza beat both of those teams. And like, I find this like, people have been trying to tell me like, oh, like Shedeur's tape is clearly better than Mendoza's. And one is like, it's clearly not better than Mendoza's. Like, I can definitively say like his tape is better. Like Mendoza's tape at Indiana is significantly better. The tape at Cal definitely demonstrates more of a ceiling than Shedeur's tape did. And if you look at the quality of victory versus the quality of opponent that Mendoza has had this year, he has 2 wins on his resume that Shedeur doesn't even come close to even breathing on. That's without even playing in the playoffs.
And for what it's worth, Mendoza went up to Alton Stadium, one of the toughest environments in college football, went up there and won a very difficult game. Now, granted, he didn't play well, but he went up there and made big plays when he had to. Shedeur went up to Alton and got his chain snatched by Bo Nix, but I digress because he was terrible in that game. So, you know.
Well, it's like, I know people make the argument that Indiana has like a better team and overall Indiana's team is better, but you know, like, why are we acting like Shedeur didn't have the Heisman Trophy winner?
Literally the number 2 overall pick in the draft. He was throwing football.
Yeah, and like he also had the Heisman Trophy winner while playing FCS football at one point. Like, absolute, like the dude won the Heisman, went number 2 in the draft, and he was playing at Jackson State, which again, I have nothing but respect for the SWAC and MEAC. But if we're looking at competition-wise, where the SWAC and MEAC sit on the larger scale of college football, they aren't even one of the better FCS conferences, right? Like these are schools that get called up to play teams that are in better conferences in the Missouri Valley and in Big Sky in the FCS that routinely run schools from this conference out the door, out the stadium. So some of these numbers, like you're comparing somebody who played with a legitimate second pick in the draft in the FCS. And I would like to point out, did not win the Celebration Bowl with that player. Not really his fault, but still kind of incredible that didn't happen. Like, I want to
ask you a legitimate question. Yeah. What big games did Shedeur win in at college?
He hasn't won. I've been making this point for like a year and a half.
He didn't win any.
Shedeur. Yeah, he and it's weird because I was talking to Be Like Mike on this on Twitter because I was like, it's strange to me, all the stuff that sticks with him, positive or negative, right? Like the stupid patting the ball thing, that stuck on him for whatever reason, right?
Yeah, that was stupid.
That was stupid. But the one thing I've been saying since like the evaluation of him in the draft is like, hey, this guy has a suspect record and a suspect history when he plays better teams.
Someone in the comments said TCU, that was his biggest win.
TCU was that terrible that year.
Yeah, they were bad that year. So no,
they were coming off the national championship, but they weren't even ranked by the end of the year, right? I think his best win is maybe Kansas State that year. His last year?
Kansas State, they lost that game, but I thought he played well in that game after he lost.
Yeah, he played well. He played well against Kansas State. They didn't win that game.
Yeah, Baylor's probably his best win.
Yes.
I don't know if Baylor ended the season ranked, but they played a ranked BYU team in a bowl game that year and got ran out.
Got demolished.
And Travis played in that game. Like the whole team played in that game.
Someone in the comments said Colorado State.
Come on, dog. Are you fucking serious?
You're making our point, though. You're making our point.
Yeah.
Like
when
Mendoza's two biggest wins are Oregon and at the time the number 1 ranked team with now the number 2 ranked team, Ohio State.
Baylor wasn't ranked at all.
So, I was pointing this out last year, right? And I'm not pointing this out to shit on Shedeur, to say he's not talented or to say he can't make it in the league. I think he can have a outcome that is successful in the NFL, but people have to reconcile with hey, when the level of competition speeded up, things got a little wonky for him, and that's going to take some time to get over for him. And when we're talking about my big red flag for Shedeur was people were bringing up stuff he did versus North Dakota State too often for me.